Okay, so we're going to run through how to do the definition of units in the qualifications and award sections of MIS. So units are parts of a qualification. So a qualification can be made up of a number of units, and units can be made up of a number of learning outcomes and associated assessment criteria. So to create a new unit, first you have to have HQ access and have this units tab. Second, you click new unit. You add a name of the unit, a reference number. For example, this is going to be BKSA 004, because we've already got 3 other units defined for them. And you write, it's good practice to write some details about this unit. Put it in the box. So when you save that, you can then add learning outcomes to this unit. Click the button, add a learning outcome, we're going to add criteria that sit within this learning outcome. And we might add more than one criteria. We might need example evidence that sits with this. So the example evidence in these cases might be practical demonstration. And we'll duplicate that for the second one too. There might be a resource to help with this. There's a YouTube channel that helps people see how to do this. And this will all be shown on the assessment sheets that can be printed before each training course. It will automatically populate. You could change the order of these. So if you wanted this one to come before this one, just change the numbers. It will change where they're positioned on the page. So we'll change those back to a more logical order. Quick save there, and if you want to delete, you obviously delete these. You could make these mandatory to be ticked off electronically in the system, because the default setting is that you only have to sign off the whole award as passed. You don't necessarily have to go through and tick every criteria for each individual. If you've got some higher auditing standards that you need to adhere to for your organisation, tick these as mandatory. Or you could select all the criteria for each of the learning outcomes, and assessment criteria have to be mandatory by ticking this box. We're not going to have them mandatory for today, but that's up to you if you want to. And that's the detail of your unit. You just need to save that now. Saved. You should be able to search for that within the units. You could edit that if you wish to. Now when you go into a qualification, we could add that unit to an award when we edit the record. Scroll down, look at the units, and if we want to put that new unit we just had, we search for it, find it, and push it across into the units that are associated with this qualification. They're saved. That's very useful then, because if we look at the qualification associated with this, and we look at the course assessment sheet and generate it, it shows the learning outcome associated with that. The assessment criteria and the example evidence. So that's units.